in my previous eating out video at Piccolino's Italian, I did one of the other restaurants on Burton Road, West Didsbury, a slight disservice, suggesting that they wouldn't be reopened till May because the pavement wasn't big enough and there weren't enough tables out. But hey presto, tables have arrived. So tonight there was only one thing we could do, which was to do the next in our series, Eating Out in a Diet, having Nepalese at the Great Kathmandu Tandoori. So, as I said, I'm back on Burton Road and the place almost has a continental feel about it. It's incredible with all the tables outdoors and people enjoying themselves for the first time in months. It's wonderful and I hope it stays. Back to the place where we're actually eating at, and they don't just have a couple of tables out, they have a whole stack of tables out. So those of you who live around here or visit South Manchester, now you know that it's open at least at weekends on Thursdays. And to be honest, the only reason I think we got one so easily tonight is because they've just reopened. It's Nepalese, we'll have 4 momos and we'll have a CHWELA, we'll have a lamb CHWELA, yes, and the tandoori prawns. And I'm going to need advice about what I should have for the main course, and I'll need to go something something dry, a dry curry but no sugar and there's nothing sweet in it.
You want chicken or lamb?
Chicken.
Chicken BHOTOWAN.
Okay. So the beverages have arrived. I'm having water as usual, but I'm able to have something else here as a change. Lassi, a lot of you will know what it is, but for those of you who don't, it's a popular South Asian and a Middle Eastern drink with different names, of course, in the Middle East, made from ice, yogurt and water. And given that at this restaurant they use low-fat yogurt, I thought I'd treat myself to a glass of it. Cheers. And I might add as well, you can get it prepared in various different ways. Salty, which is what I have because I avoid sugar like the plague. You could have sweet or you could have mango. So the starters have arrived and I'll take you through what we've ordered. Just in case you're wondering, it's not just me. I'm not going to eat this all, and even I'm not going to eat my whole share because it'll be too much. So Buddha, the manager of the family-run restaurant, has come out and he's going to talk us through the dishes we've ordered.
So you have the lamb CHWELA over here, which is a traditional Nepalese Nawari dish. Nawari is a type of culture in Nepal. And then you have the momos over here, which are the steamed parcels of lamb with a tomato chutney. This is more Himalayan, so it's slightly Tibetan, because there's a lot of Tibetan influence in Nepal as well. And then you've got the JHINGA tandoor, the prawns. Unfortunately, we don't have many prawns in Kathmandu with it being landlocked, but the spices and the herbs, the traditional Nepalese spices and herbs on those.
Excellent. Look forward to tasting them.
Well, but it's just not the same as you know, somewhere with the sea. You deserve this, all the effort you're putting in.
Juicy and bursting with flavour. And the tomato chutney, not sweet and quite spicy as well. Just the ticket for me. And now for the CHWELA. Well, that's right on the money as well, but I can tell I've not been eating much spicy food for 3 or 4 months because that's really hit me, that has.
There's actually quite an interesting story about the CHWELA.
Yeah?
So the reason it's quite spicy is because a lot of people, what they do is drink plays a very important part in Nepalese culture. So in Newari culture, they normally sit down all together with the CHWELA, and they have beaten rice. You know, we call it chura, which is beaten rice, so it's dry.
Okay.
And you have that with the CHWELA, and you normally have a few beers. So it's one of those. So the spicier it is, the more beer you drink.
Okay, I'll try that one when I've lost a lot more weight. And finally, the prawn. Look at that, big, meaty, juicy prawns.
Those are low calorie, aren't they?
Yeah, prawns are very low calorie. People think the other way, and I must admit, until I checked a few weeks ago, so did I. But now I'm eating them a lot. These are delicious. Order these if you come here. They're not too spicy, flavoursome, firm, meaty. So it gets a mutton thumbs up, that does. So that CHWELA certainly is spicy. It's really got my mouth and has lighted a very small fire at least in there. And that's what I'm having on my plate. I've had a couple of mouthfuls, and that's what I'm taking home. So I'm having a variety of things, but not too much of each thing, so I can try some things and keep it fairly sensible in terms of my calorific intake. So I don't normally need things to cool my mouth down, but tonight I do because I'm so out of form with the spice. So dairy-based drinks are the best thing to have if you find something's too spicy. So I can't wait for the main course to arrive. I'm only going to eat a bit of that as well, but bring it on. So, main course has arrived. Let me take you through it. On the table we have BRINJAL, aubergine and some green peppers, lamb DOPIAZA, a medium strength gravy and cooked with lots of onions. The word DOPIAZA, or the phrase DOPIAZA, I believe means double onion. Chicken BHOTOWAN, that's mainly for me. It's a dry Nepalese speciality, again medium strength. And we have GOBI BHAJI, cauliflower. And this is not for me. This is a South Indian style PAROTTA, or called a PRAWN usually in Kerala. And I've actually had this here in the past, and it's not actually far off a Kerala style PAROTTA. They very kindly didn't object to me bringing, yes, you've guessed it, it's the cauliflower rice, which is what I eat now with all my Asian food, because I don't eat rice, I don't eat pasta, and I don't eat bread, or at least I don't at the moment. So we have our cauliflower rice, just a little bit of aubergine, just to check it's all okay. I won't have any of the lamb DOPIAZA. I normally would for a bit of quality control.
Very tasty.
It is getting a hearty approval over there. And a bit of chicken BHOTOWAN.
Everything?
Half we take and half we leave. So again, for the cauliflower bhaji, half we put on our plate and half we leave to take home again. So, the common English phrase, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, so let us do so. Let's try the cauliflower first. Mild, but crisp, not overcooked, in a light curried tomato gravy. And the aubergine, or eggplant for people who prefer to use American English. Excellent as well, the onions in that dish, again firm, crispy. The aubergine is soft, juicy, and one of the reasons why it's such a good vegetable to have in so many cuisines, particularly Asian cuisines, is is that it soaks up the spices and the juices. Also makes it a little dangerous if you have too much of it, because it's going to soak up everything in the sauce. But I've only had one piece. And then, of course, we have the chicken BHOTOWAN. I'm not actually sure quite what's in there, but I'll find out and leave it in the description box. This is I know a Nepalese speciality. So I'm not quite sure what's in the BHOTOWAN.
So I will explain to you. There's chicken tikka, done in the tandoor, and then sliced up. You've got ginger, onions, garlic, some secret spices, but it's quite dry fried. So you've got a nice collection of spices in there.
And about medium strength.
A medium spiced one.
Well, I'm certainly enjoying it.
Thank you.
So there we are, another satisfying meal, empty plate, and not too big a plate, so I don't think I've overdone it. I hope I haven't. And again, check out my Instagram feed. You can see what my other meal was, plus my shake today. And it shouldn't have come to too much in total. We should be thankful, given that we can't travel and it'll be a while before we can go to places such as Nepal, that we live in such a cosmopolitan society, so Nepal comes to us instead. And we can try their delicious dishes, and as we can for many other different cultures and cuisines. So please remember to like, share and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. That was Eating Out on a Diet Nepalese. I'll see you on the next one, and don't forget, you can't beat a bit of mutton.